let's move on to reaping rule number 2, if you kind of set me up for this one.
Well, this is where you reap after you sow. Sometimes we see people that are expecting that they are going to plant it and it will immediately generate results. Well, now farmers know that if you plant it, there's got to be a period of time before you get to the results. But we see marketers all the time going, okay, so when are we getting results? When's the ROI? How many views do we have today? How many followers have we got today? And what's our ROI today? Well, you know what? Give us a minute. Let us have a little bit of time to mature this, because we're not talking about just the mechanical process where it's in and out. We're talking about an organic process like growing. And so it takes time to grow relationships with other human beings. So if you think about it, if you can't get the higher-ups to think about it in terms of growing relationships with other human beings, try the farming analogy on them. See if they can understand you have to plant the seeds, and then there'll be a growing period, and then we'll talk about reaping from that.
Now, Becky, I think you're 100% spot on with that, but the thing that I think is interesting about it is you need benchmarks. I think that's the thing to really point out. When you look at farming as the industry, they say, okay, well, by June 1, we're planting the seed, or whatever it may be. By August 10th or August 15th, middle of the month, at that point in time, we're making sure that we're cultivating. And then we're going from there. And then October, we're harvesting. You need to have benchmarks along the way. And I think that's probably one of the most important things to kind of note. To your point, I think so many marketers out there have the issue with, like you just said, okay, well, how many followers, how many likes, how many people spent today, how many spent tomorrow, as opposed to saying, okay, well, we're starting the campaign. The official kickoff is on, say, October 17th. And then by November 17th, we want to hit this benchmark. And if we don't, we need to reevaluate and go through. I mean, I think it equates perfectly, but I think benchmarks have to be important. I mean, do you agree with something like that?
I would, and I would add something that the farmers do, which is they have a time range. They have a period that they know that based on weather conditions, based on all the external forces they can't control, that sometime in this time frame is when they can expect to either do their planting or see the results, or if in this middle period we may do some spraying to control weeds. So in the middle period of your marketing, you may be doing some work to control any negative reactions that you've had or any problems that have cropped up within the project that you're working on. And one of the things I mentioned in the article is build this into your plan. A lot of people, when they build their marketing plan, are not putting in those dates and the expected time period for maturity and how long they expect it to take. They just say, okay, well, we're going to do this project. We're going to release a nice viral video and we expect it to accomplish this, but they don't plan out how long they want to give that time period. And just like you said, in between there, exactly what are the steps that have to happen at specific times. That kind of calendaring kind of comes naturally to farmers, but I'm not sure it comes naturally to all marketers or all companies that are doing marketing.